Hello, this is Charlie here. I'll make it quick as possible because I've got to fit as much as possible so it goes in an email. And it's better doing it like this anyway, rather than writing it all down. Anyway, I'll get to the point. Fortune telling with Ouija boards, any type tarot cards, crystal balls, anything like that, you know. You've really got to know what you're doing. And you know, if you don't know what you're doing, you pick up spirits, because spirits up there, you get good and bad spirits, and you get, just like you get good and bad people down here, and you even get spirits playing games with people's lives, you know, and you do have that. I mean, even myself, I had a bad time with spirits, and I mean, what's going on here is you've actually messed around with something that you don't know about. If you want a gift, you know, see, it's like me at the moment. Another problem with you is you're actually open to spirits because of messing with that board, or if you mess with any type of fortune telling, and they'll stay around you all the time. If you feel drained, you know, which most of the time you probably do, or cold, it's because spirits are around you. And if you get the urge to do things, or even go on this board, it's not you actually doing it, it's spirits, but if they know you're interested in that sort of thing, they'll mess around with you. I mean, I'm not actually tuned into spirits at this moment, I'm just giving you my personal advice, you know what I mean? But, you know, but I've got to switch off. You've got to learn to switch off and try and be yourself. That's what I do all the time. You have to come into reality, if you want to put it that way, and you've got to tell spirits in your thoughts or out loud to go away, and there's a time and a place for actually doing this fortune telling. I mean, what's happening is you probably have got a slight depression. I was picking a few things up the other day about you, but you have got that slight depression, but the unbalanceness is the unbalance of the spiritual world and yourself. And what's happening is you're picking up personalities of spirits that's up there, you know, and the bickering with your husband or having arguments and stuff like that is basically, you know, spirits give you a vibration of being annoyed, if you want to put it that way, or you're annoyed with them, and you know they're there, but you don't think of it. See, humans are too fast and you don't sit down and think what they do. The only way to get control of what is actually going on around you, because they're trying to get through to you, to use you, because spirits will use anybody, for any reason, you know. They're not going to give you anything you want to hear on fortune telling. They're using you. Kids will, they're like little kids sometimes, spirits. They do, you know, actually play games with people's heads. And if you're playing games, all they want to know is for you to put the message down here, and if the spirit can use you, it'll use you. Anyway, you've got to learn to know yourself, and you've got to learn to switch off, and you've got to learn to tell them to go away. And that board, or any five of fortune telling, at the moment I would get rid of it. And if you want to do fortune telling or anything like that, I'd go to a spiritual church or someone that actually, we've got spiritual churches here, and you learn actually how to switch off or how to use the gift that you've got, even without any instruments, you know. But the spirits, I was picking up some the other day about see what happens, and I have to get this message out before, that your family's actually around you, and they're trying to sort of, how can you put it, stop you doing what you're doing, and they want you to do it properly, because they don't want you to be unhappy, your family, you know, they want you to be happy. And they know you've had a bad time because you've chose something to do which you don't know what you're doing. And spirits will take advantage of you, but it's your family that's trying to help you, and things actually happening in your house. It's happening on the wall, or furniture, or, you know, stuff like this. It's your family actually talking to you. You know what I mean? And sometimes you can work out what they're trying to say to you if, like, they tap in certain walls, they talk to you in them sort of ways, just like they do on a Ouija board, you know. But, you know, television and stuff like that, you know, there's all sorts of ways they can talk to you. I mean, just think of it logically, like, even the television, you know, what's a television? You know, see pictures, entertainment, get in touch with someone, listen to someone on the telly that knows what they're doing, you know, your family's trying to tell you to sort of get in touch, and when you got in touch with me, you probably got in touch with me for a reason. That's probably your family actually making you get in touch with me because I know what I'm talking about. And when you were getting these funny feelings, like guilt or a feeling of relief or whatever feelings you were getting at the time of writing me a letter, is that's one spirit up there is giving you the vibration of saying, oh, she's doing something about it, you know, and the other one probably is your family, and there's like a mixture of mixed feelings of getting in touch with me, you know. I mean, you've got in touch with me for a reason, and you feel you want to listen to what I say. It is hard, but you have to do these things. I mean, even you know, actually, you being unhappy and the problems that you've got in your family it doesn't work when you are actually got depression. Listen to the fortune one on my website to do with somebody that's got depression. You're after answers, and you're probably after things or you want things to happen in your life. You're not 100% happy of the way your life is. And I mean, there's a reason you're messing with that board for, you know, and the only reason is you looking for some happiness or making your life better. And the depression you've got to learn to get rid of that, because spirits will take advantage of someone that's vulnerable. And if you're open and vulnerable to spirits, they'll take advantage on you. If you're down in the dumps, they definitely mess with people like that, believe me. And I know what I'm talking about, you know. But being unhappy and the problems you've got in your family, they are using you, and they will. You know, you need some help, and you need to learn to know yourself, and you learn to switch off. You should, if you feel annoyed or you feel anything unusual sort of coming into your mind, you know, I mean, even if you get the feeling you get when you feel there's someone behind you, you know, but there's no one there, that spirit's talking to you again. Reading a book, you know, and you think of something different and you go back to the same line. You probably get all this sort of stuff. It's spirits trying to get you to be interested. Throw the board away and do it properly, and go and get some help. If you want to be a psychic, you know, there's ways and means of doing it properly. You've got to know your own personality, and you've got to know the personality of somebody you're picking up. If you're picking up a vibration of being angry and you were just in a good mood, it's not you, is it? You know, if you're unhappy one day, or you don't know what to do with yourself, and you're in two frames of mind, that spirit's playing mind games with you. You know, you've got to take your mind off something like music, or even watch the telly. You know, I mean, your family's trying to talk to you, they're trying to tell you to get an interest of even watching the telly, and the tapping, they're trying to talk to you in their way, your family. You know what I mean? They will go away, you can tell them to go away if you get a funny vibration, and you just keep telling them to go away. You don't want to know, and you will get control, and your life will get back to normal. You need to tell spirits to go away, and this is how you get control. Watch the telly to tell you to get an interest in something else far from that board. That's what it is. It's not the way of doing it. You pick up bad spirits when you do fortune telling, especially with Ouija boards and tarot cards, and especially if you're vulnerable and you're unhappy, or you've got unhappiness in your family. Anyway, that's for now. Let me know what you're doing and this, that, and the other, and I'll if I can give you any more advice. But that's basically. But listen to that tarot card fortune telling on my site. All right. God bless you for now.